Which incidentally is the name of the Battletech wiki, sarna.net. That's also a good resource for Battletech. Alright, let us depart. And we have a bit of info first before we go. Again from Marshal Davion. Commander, I've tried contacting both the COC and the Fusiliers to alert them to our plight. But since their impending invasion of Sarna is considered top secret, their entire unit is operating under a communications blackout until they secure Sarna. That will not go well, spoiler. But by that time, it could be too late for us. We will need to dispatch you to Sarna on your own. Your mission will be to link up with the 5th Sirtis Fusiliers Combat Commander, General Gordon Hartstone, or the Battle Mech Regiment Commander, Colonel Anthony Harkness, and deliver this varigraphed message from myself explaining our situation. I guess varigraphed is like a digital signature to prove authenticity. Once you've made contact with them, your objective on Sarna is to find the location of Sarna's Maskirovka headquarters and demolish it before they can decrypt the 3rd Crucis codebooks. See if General Hartstone or Colonel Harkness can spare some forces to support you once you've made contact. Spoiler, they're all dead. Unfortunately, due to Sarna's distance through hostile space, and with jump ship availability being in short supply, the best we could muster for you is a route that will take over 3 months before you arrive, and another 16 days traveling from the jump point to the planet itself. By the time you touch down, it will be almost a month after the Fusiliers have initiated their invasion of the planet. If everything goes well, by the time you reach Sarna, they should have a strong foothold already established in system. Spoiler alert, they do not. Commander, until you make contact with the Fusiliers, you will be on your own with no support. So I need to ask, are you absolutely sure you have all of your mechs and equipment queued for refits during your journey? I have no idea what the situation on Sarna will look like by the time you arrive, so be extra sure that you have collected all needed provisions prior to departing. Godspeed, Commander. Contact me immediately once your objective is complete. Okay, let me check one last time before I go. Maybe, yes, I will need to do the torso twist speed. Yes, I need this. 67.5. I wonder what it is for the other mechs. Like, how about for my Basilisk? 99, that is very fast. How about for an Atlas? 72. Or an even bigger mech, so I guess the Stalker really has a weak torso twist speed. It's a feature, not a bug. And 81 for the Awesome. But the Highlander. 104. Okay, so yeah, its base, the Stalker's base speed is really low. Base twist speed. Okay, let us go. 140 days straight travel in space. Yippee.
Sarna, capital system of the Sarna Commonality, and one of the jewels of the Capellan Confederation. For centuries, Sarna had been a beacon of industry and technological sophistication, once housing large populous cities across all of its continents, feeding a healthy commercial manufacturing industry. But, like the rest of the Innisphere, the succession wars brought death and destruction to Sarna. Today, although it's only a shadow of its former self, it remains an important world. Its aerospace and dropship manufacturing centres, combined with its centralised location in Capellan space, have made it a prime target for the Federated Sun's ongoing invasion of the Confederation. House Davion has charged the elite 5th Sirtis Fusiliers with taking Sarna. In order to complete our mission, we will first need to make contact with their commanding officers, General Gordon Hartstone and Colonel Anthony Harkness. But something seems to be wrong. Although we jumped into the system 7 days ago, I have not yet been able to hail anyone on the wideband Federated Suns command channel. I'm getting nothing but silence every time I try. Even more disturbing, the local news is reporting that the Fusiliers have attacked and destroyed Soiner's HPG relay station, which has cut the system out of contact with the rest of the inner sphere, spreading panic among Soiner's populace. Our mission to recover the stolen MEO codebooks is far too important for us to abandon. Whatever the odds, we must make contact with the 5th Certis Fusiliers and request their assistance in finding and destroying the stolen codebooks. Otherwise, the entire security of Operation Rat could be compromised. Let's just hope we're not too late.
Spoiler alert, it's all gone to shit. But the situation is just like Keikaku. Oh, I think I explained it before, but if you didn't watch my campaign playthrough, I will explain it again later. And since it's been stripped, that Zeus can be turned in for the reward. And in the news, Tikhonov Free Republic declares independence. In an announcement today from Elgin, Pavel Ridzik, former Confederation Strategic Military Director, declared independence from the Capellan Confederation. Ridzik is a character. If I remember correctly, I guess at current day, he's sleeping with the Chancellor's wife. Yes, the Chancellor of the Capellan Confederation. Dude is sleeping with his boss's wife. Not the wisest move. I guess that's why he got out of Dodge. And the next piece of news, Liao's new heavy mech already being used against itself, because their new cataphract had just been starting to get rolled out, but then we captured Tikhonov and started using them as well. So something they designed and made is being used to attack the designer's nation. Okay, this is basically a blurb for the Ilya Muromets hero mech, which I somehow found stashed away in some pirate base early on in this playthrough. Funny, yes, I know. I give you the Zeus. Yes, I have a piece of paper right beside me where all the mechs and their assigned pilots are written down for quick reference, so I don't have to keep thinking about which mech belongs to who every time I drop. Alright, let's go do the mission. And Rihanna says, we're on our final approach to Sarna and I'm still getting nothing on the Davion command channel. I'm also picking up a large amount of space debris in shallow orbit right outside of Sarna's exosphere. It looks to be the debris of a number of destroyed dropships or satellites, but they are too small to make out any discernible origin. Wait a minute. Commander, I'm just beginning to get a read on the 5th Certis Fusiliers encoded channel. It's incredibly faint. They appear to be sending an SOS. The message is only a single set of coordinates accompanied by a single text repeating transmission. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. This is the 5th Sirtis Fusiliers calling for assistance from any forces loyal to the Federated Suns. We are in need of assistance at the following coordinates. No holovid, no audio, and no declaration of any kind of identification. And the signal on this is so faint that I can't even get a read on anything beyond the text transmission and the coordinates. I don't like this, Commander. I don't like this one bit. Unfortunately, these are the only lead we have at finding the Fusiliers, and we need those codebooks and their help, or everything will be lost. If this signal is legitimate, we'll need to assist them and make contact with General Heartstone or Colonel Harkness if we are going to have any hope of completing our mission. But be extremely cautious, Commander. This is all the markings of a trap to lure Davion loyalists into an ambush. I would not risk our most effective mechs until we have a better idea for what's going on. If it's as bad as it looks, we are going to need to prepare for the long haul. 290. Can go bit heavier. Time for the Highlander to make its debut.
Well, the grid seems clear for now, Commander.
Okay. Let's rock.
Attention. Prepare for battle next departure. Warning. Hangar doors opening. Stand clear.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Commander, the communications disarray caused by the Comstar HPG relay station's destruction has allowed us to land on Sorna undetected. But I'm still not getting any responses on the Federated Suns wideband. The only thing we're detecting is a faint SOS signal from the 5th Sirtis Fusilier. I've marked its approximate location on your HUD. If there are any Federation forces out there, we need to make contact with them ASAP if we are to have any hope of surviving this deep into Kaplan territory. But be on your guard, Commander. This SOS signal could be a trap.
Seeing a boatload of damaged friendly mechs, looks like.
Shouldn't be in at this time of the year.
They appear to be members of the Fusiliers, transmitting IFF frequencies to them now. Let's go up and introduce ourselves.
Incoming mechs, stay where you are. Your IFF says you're with the 2nd Cruises Lancers. Why are the Lancers here on Sarna?
The Lancers aren't here in force, it's only us. We're here on special assignment from Marshal Jackson Davion. We have an urgent matter to discuss with General Heartstone.
He's gone. We believe he's been KIA.
What about Colonel Harkness?
Definitely KIA. His Marauder was bombarded by Inferno missiles. When he tried to punch out, Inferno gel poured into his cockpit and burned him alive.
Who's in
Ouch.
charge here then?
You're looking at her. Captain Elena Damu, 5th Sirtis Fusiliers, 1st Battalion. And as much as I would love to know why you're here, that is going to have to wait. We've got bigger problems at the moment. We're waiting on our salvage teams to strip this Gazelle for any surviving provisions. We're not gonna make it much longer if we can't salvage as much of its supplies as we can. We're detecting Liao forces converging on our position. They must have tracked your approach here. Lancers, my men are exhausted and stretched to the brink. I cannot afford to lose any more of them. Help us fight through this with minimal losses, and I'll see what I can do about helping you with your special assignment.
We're on it, Captain.
New target, Panther.
Mech is on our kill list. You know what to do.
Let's rock, people.
New target, Centurion.
I'm reading more Liao forces on approach.
Ah.
Do you have dropship support to extract your unit?
No, our dropship support was destroyed in low orbit shortly after we made planetfall. We've been tracking down and salvaging whatever supplies we can from as many of the downed support dropships we could find. I'll be straight with you. After a solid month of dodging hostile forces, we're on our last legs.
What happened here?
Sorna was a trap. Our MEO intelligence was completely inaccurate. They said that the system was only defended by a few regiments of militia with possible light mech reserve support. What we ended up getting was all 4 regiments of McCarran's armored cavalry. They waited for us to make planetfall before attacking our dropships as they tried to return to a low orbit, trapping all of us on this rock. Then, their mech and vehicle forces pinned us against the Grey River and slaughtered everyone. Only a handful of us were able to make it out. If we don't secure these supplies, we won't last much longer. What you see here is pretty much all that's left of the 5th Certus Fusiliers.
Target destroyed.
Got a port, so stay back.
Target destroyed. New target, Warhammer.
Aye, what attack?
Destroyed.
Target received. Consider it salvage. Beautiful how they fizzle out like that.
Have you attempted to contact any jump ships at the Soina jump point?
We've tried multiple times, but the Confederation have seemed to blanket the entire system in some sort of thick electromagnetic field that's completely scrambling anything that isn't short-range communications on planet.
Acquired.
That would explain why we weren't reading anything on the wideband on our burning to the system.
New target, Victor. Incoming missile.
Damn it.
Attacking as a group.
Target acquired. New target, Trebuchet.
Enemy mech has been destroyed.
Target destroyed. Incoming missile. Target acquired. Target destroyed.
On our burn towards the system, we caught the news saying that you blokes took out the local HPG station.
I don't believe that for a second. No matter what the Confederation's state-run news says. The HPG was our only hope of contacting anyone off-world about our dire situation here. It makes no sense that we would destroy the only means of saving ourselves. With Liao shooting down our dropships and the HPG destroyed, we have no way of contacting anyone off-planet.
Jeez,
Whoever
what's with the
destroyed
jamming?
the HPG most likely condemned us all to death.
Yeah, something seemed fishy about that. You have to be absolutely mental to even think about crossing Comstar and their HPG stations. Last time someone tried, the entire Free Worlds League found themselves without interstellar communication
Spoiler alert.
for a year.
It was Comstar all along.
Captain General capitulated to Comstar's every demand.
Captain Damu, I'm showing no further enemies on Skull. It looks like we are in the clear.
Your Lancers really pulled through for us. Thank you. Stick around till we're done here, then follow us. We'll talk about Marshal Davian's special assignment for you once we reach our encampment. Word of advice, though, lose the dropship. Keep it suborbital if you need to relocate. The Big Mac will shoot you out of the sky if they think you're assisting us. Whether you like it or not, you're stuck in the trenches with us till this is all over.
And stuck we are. Good. Some of my guys got damaged, so they have a bit of a defense XP, which is something I approve of nowadays, since I have lots of money to pay for repairs, but only if components don't get blown off. I only want armor damage. Anyway. Captain Damu says, thanks for watching our backs out there, Commander. Ever since Macaron's killed the majority of the Fusiliers on the Grey River, we've been in bad shape. Lots of the survivors that we've found had severe injuries or infections after weeks of surviving off of Sarna's jungle. But we've recovered a handful of MechWarriors who are still fit for service after having their mechs blasted out from under them by the armored cavalry. If you don't mind taking on the extra personnel, I'll assign them over to you to use as you see fit. They're good mech warriors, but I just don't have enough equipment to keep them in this fight. When you're ready, let's see what made Marshal Davion feel the need to send you all the way out here to this hellhole on your lonesome.
Oh, I've come to bring them the word. The word of the day is...
I don't know, maybe I will let him go after this operation. Alright, let's move on to the next. Captain Damu says, Commander, I've reviewed your message from Marshal Davion. I understand the urgency of your mission, but to be completely honest, the Fusiliers are in no shape to help you out. Most of our unit died when Macaron's armored cavalry ambushed us. We've barely kept ourselves alive this past month by salvaging remains as we find them. We aren't in any shape to help out in a straight-up fight, let alone track down an enemy spy network on a hostile world. But not everything is hopeless. You see, we still believe that there may be at least one other pocket of Fusiliers out there, the ones that are said to have attacked Comstar's HPG. We've been hoping that they would respond to our SOS, but with all this damn long-range comms jamming, it's next to impossible to get a signal out. I'm actually amazed that you were able to pick it up. Probably because your dropship communications gear is much more powerful than your average mechs. That actually gives me an idea. If I can give you the transponder codes our mechs and vehicles use in the field, you should be able to track down those responsible for the HPG attack by using the sensors on your Leopard. I don't know what got in their heads to be dumb enough to attack one of Comstar's HPGs. Spoiler, it was Comstar itself. But if they're still alive, we all stand a much better chance surviving this if we all work together. Safety in numbers and all that. If you help us out here, I promise that we'll do our best to support you in completing your mission. I wouldn't worry about those codebooks going anywhere. With the system's HPG down and all commercial dropships grounded, they wouldn't be able to get those codes off-world even if they wanted to. Damn, I'm having a bit of sniffles, rather, all of a sudden. 37 days. Jeez.
Attention. Prepare for battle mech departure. Warning. Hangar doors opening. Stand clear.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
We're coming up on the ruins of the HPG relay station. I've marked the map with the last known location of the Fusiliers transponders being sent. After they all went rogue. Be sure to be on your guard and watch your backs. McCarran's armored cavalry is still breathing down our necks looking to finish us off for good. Let's go find our answers.
Target acquired.
Fast movers spotted.
Spotted and dealt with.
I see them. Whoever they aren't with the Fusiliers. This is Captain Elena Damu of the 5th Certus Fusiliers. Who the hell are you, and why are you using our transponder signals?
We serve a purpose much higher than yours, my child.
Target acquired.
I regret you coming here. Now I'm afraid I cannot allow you to leave this place
Target
alive.
destroyed. New target
Knowing your
shadow.
sacrifice will usher humanity into a new golden era.
Screw that and screw you! I don't have any plans on dying today, but I do plan on dismantling you imposters piece by piece until you tell me what I want to know.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
We gave that bacon thrashing.
New target Marauder. Target acquired.
Naive fool! You don't even realize you are nothing more than a pawn in someone else's game.
And I'm sure that ominous word vomit spewing from your mouth is supposed to actually mean something.
Target destroyed.
Splash target!
Target destroyed.
More enemies on the other side.
Didn't you know? Your first friend sent you here to die.
Ha! Not the first time the Fusiliers have heard that one.
He is right though.
Charger.
Ah, but it's true. Hans Campion wishes to see your Duke's prize to Certus Fusiliers. Offered up to halfway hours of blood
New
sacrifice.
target assassin.
Retaliation for Duke Michael Hassadavion's treachery. Selling Federation secrets directly to Maximilian
Target
Leo.
acquired.
True.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Targeting info updated.
That's a fairly active imagination you have there. The Confederation's ambassador was a patriot to the entire Federated Sons and died at the hands of a madman.
Office fire. Tango is down.
Target destroyed.
You will never make it on Sona alive.
I'm showing no more targets on our scopes. Looks like we're all down.
Good. Bring the support infantry out and take in as many prisoners as possible. Rip each and every one of them out of their mechs. I want answers, and we aren't going to get any if we don't bring these imposters in alive.
Yay, levels up, whatever. This Highlander's not taking any damage. Alright, next mission. Captain Damu says, "Sorry for my emotions getting the best of me out there, but whoever that smug son of a bitch on the comms was, he definitely knew all the right buttons to press to piss me off. My mood's greatly improved after I've been told we were able to pry him out of his mech alive. We got lucky and he fell unconscious during the battle. We weren't so lucky with his co-conspirators though. Many of them killed themselves before they could be taken into custody. We've got a handful of them, but not as many as I would have liked to capture. Whoever they are, they definitely have top grade intelligence training. Could be Maskirovka or Death Commandos. But honestly, there are some huge holes in that story. They wanted to trap us here and attacked the HPG to frame House Davion in the eyes of Comstar. While the broad strokes make sense, other major details don't. They never once called for Makarans to reinforce them. They have no forms of IDs. They don't act like any Capellan I've ever seen. And most of all, they know things. Things that no Capellan intelligence officer would ever divulge to us. If I'm being honest, the whole lot of them gives me the creeps. We've put all the survivors under enhanced interrogation and came up with 0 answers as to who they are or why they destroyed the HPG. But plenty of seemingly random bits of information regarding Yorinaga Kurita, a Liao counteroffensive, plans for a raid against the NIAS campus, and other things that were clearly way too implausible to be true. Spoiler alert again. All of those will happen. Anyway, among the random bits of information they did divulge was the location of all Maskirovka facilities on Sarna, and confirmation that they did receive a priority message from Tigress months ago. They claim it's been buried in a sea of thousands of other reports that began flooding into their offices since the fall of Tikhonov. These must be your lost codebooks, Commander. If it's true, then the Maskirovka do have it, but don't yet know the value of the content they possess. Although we didn't find any additional Fusiliers survivors, a deal's a deal, Commander. I'll spare what I can to assist you in a raid against the identified Maskirovka headquarters. It won't be much, but with this new intel, it should hopefully be enough for you to get your job done. Okay, let's try to get those codebooks back.
Right, Commander. We were able to learn the location of Sarna's Meskirovka headquarters and support facilities around the capital city of Sarna from our captured imposters. If your stolen codebooks were delivered anywhere, it would have been at any of the marked facilities for decoding. With the HPG system down, it's fairly safe to assume the codebooks would not have been able to make it off-planet even if they were decoded. So if you can destroy them here, it's unlikely Liao will be able to retrieve them again. We are deep in enemy territory here, so I can only support you with a small team of commandos. They will tail you and verify the destruction of the codebooks once you destroy the marked buildings. This is your mission, and I need to tend to the Fusiliers and plan our next move. So I'll leave the rest of this up to you and Rihanna. Best of luck.
And to you, Captain Damu. I've got nothing to add to that, Commander, so let's get the job done.
Want to see me do it again?
They are down.
Acquired. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Okay, pretty good start so far.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Looks like we've got their attention, Commander. Just keep at it.
Destroyed. Acquired.
Oh boy. Activities.
Target acquired. New target blackjack.
Dead.
Target destroyed. Target acquired. New target
Coordinating fire on your target.
target destroyed.
That's one for the garbage record.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target acquired. New target.
Lance target acknowledged.
Target destroyed. Target acquired. Incoming missile. Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed.
That's the last facility. The infantry will take it from here. We need to evacuate now before McCarran's armored cavalry shows up in force. Make your way to the marked exfil site.
All personnel, I'm initiating protocol Penisho Kangaroo. Evacuate all facilities. Destroy and burn all hard drives.
Target acquired.
Data caches before you evacuate. Make sure we leave nothing but ashes for these Davian dogs.
Target destroyed.
That's exactly what we want. Someone headshotted that, awesome. But sadly I have not enough salvage slots. Why didn't he get defense XP? Ugh, it's weird. Alright, next mission. Captain Damu says, "Congratulations completing our mission, Commander. My commandos reported that the second the Maskirovka saw infantry investigating their destroyed sites, they initiated protocols to destroy everything rather than see Confederation secrets fall into our hands. We were able to capture a handful of random data drives for good measure, but I doubt there's anything of immediate value to us on them. Although your mission for Marshal Davion is now complete, I'm afraid that you're still trapped on Sarna just like the rest of us. Liao forces still maintain air superiority and will destroy your dropship if you attempt to leave the system, just as they destroyed all of ours. But not all hope is lost. We just captured a scouting patrol from the local militia and were able to tap into Makaran's comms system. While we know they will change the transmission codes the second they realize one of their patrols are missing, we've learned that Makaran is squarely focused on destroying remnants of the Crater Cobras and Screaming Eagles, the Certus Fusiliers mercenary support battalions for the Sarna campaign. They're still alive and have been causing the Big Mac nothing but problems for months now. We've used your Leopard's sensors to pinpoint their position through their assigned transponder codes, and we've verified that they are still alive and moving, although they are too far for us to make radio contact through all of this electromagnetic jamming. This is the best news we've received since you all arrived to help us. Commander, we'll need you to make initial contact with them. At the moment, their reported location is too far away from any of our Fusiliers to make without abandoning our wounded and prisoners. I'll prep everyone for transport and begin to slowly migrate our surviving personnel in their general direction. Your forces can fly ahead in your dropship and make initial contact with their forces and plan a rendezvous point for us. The mercenaries have been moving their forces repeatedly, trying to stay one step ahead of Makaran's armored cavalry. Judging by their movements, it appears that they are migrating towards the ruins of a derelict warship located deep in northern Hakarlos. This will be the most ideal spot for you to make contact with them. This might be the last time we see each other, Commander, so before you go, I just want to say thanks for everything. You've given all the remaining Fusiliers hope that we'll make it out of all of this, one way or another. Hmm. 44 days. Kind of big waste of time. But well, let's see. Now let's give a hand to the Crater Cobras.
The ruins of the derelict warship are straight ahead, Commander. The Crater Cobras and the Screaming Eagles have taken refuge in its interior. If we want to have any chance of getting out of this mess alive, we're going to need their help. Let's hope they aren't in as dire straits as we are.
Amazing! I never thought I would ever see one of the ancient warships. These things used to be at the top of the food chain when it came to the supreme military power of the Star League. Massive spacecraft that acted as jump ships, armed to the teeth with naval weapons and assault dropships.
And were often used to rain death across entire systems with nuclear fire and chemical strikes. Untold billions died at the hands of these monsters. It's not surprising that they were the first things to be targeted and destroyed in the early succession wars.
That is true.
Those mechs, they're broadcasting Federated Suns IFF. You out there, identify yourselves.
We are an independent detachment of the 2nd Crucis Lancers on special assignment. We're here to help.
Rihanna Campbell? Is that you? I thought you were with that Merc outfit from the Galahad War Games. What are you doing broadcasting Davian military IFFs?
That's a long story for another time. For now, we're hoping to help each other out of this mess.
That's highly optimistic of you. We dug into this position to defend ourselves from an incoming advance from the 3rd McCarran's Armored Cavalry. They've been probing our defenses for the past week after we repelled an all-out assault from them at Graves Hallow. If you want to help, join us, and let's push these bastards back. Keep us in good enough shape, and we might just live to see tomorrow.
Colonel Westrick, enemy scouts just crossed the outer perimeter. They're here!
Well, okay then. Let's get to work. Rihanna, Commander, we'll appreciate the assist here. Keep our mercs in fighting shape. We won't be any good to you dead.
New target, Locust. Target acquired.
Reserve forces from McCarran's appear to be crossing the perimeter. Things are going to heat up quickly here.
Understood. We should be able to pull through if we can keep our forces in the fight.
We'll do our best, Colonel.
Hit him right in the core, Commander. Now watch those fireworks.
Target acquired. New target, Spike.
You just let us handle it.
New target, Javelin. Target acquired.
You're wrong, and I sort of enjoyed work today.
New target, Fire.
Focusing the shared target.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
We'll obliterate that target and pop that blood bag inside it.
That's one for the Army record.
Incoming missile. Target destroyed.
Requested target ID received. Engaging.
Mark that one as salvage.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
You know, I'm something of a gunslinger myself.
New target.
Copy. We're on it, sir.
Target acquired.
Copy. Dogpile on the target.
New target, Hunchback. Incoming missile.
That has been dispatched.
New target, Perfect.
Lance target acknowledged.
Target destroyed.
8 more.
Centurion.
Base. Hostile units spotted. Moving to attack.
All of us on that target, Commander. I could probably do it myself.
The rest of the rearguard are moving in to engage.
God, these bastards just don't give up. Crater Cobras, stay strong. We've almost got them.
There's nothing to salvage now.
New target.
Oh boy. Your activities. Oh, I'm so smart. Put a hole in their head.
Target destroyed. New target Shadowhawk.
Right, let's sweep him up. Finish him off.
Target acquired.
We're on your target, Commander.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
When in doubt, go center mass.
So you just watch that one soul leave its body.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Oh boy. Your activities.
All remaining Mataran's forces appear to be withdrawing. For now, our forces are in the clear.
You have our thanks, Commander, but without us being able to transmit off system, I'm very skeptical about our overall chances at survival. A very strong ECM field is preventing us from contacting anyone at the system's jump point. We have a long shot plan to try to get a message off-world. With your help, we might just be able to do it. Come by our command center and I'll share the details with you.
And Zeus lost an arm in the RPPC. Well, at least he's gonna get some defense experience. I think I'll just swap it out to a regular, lower level PPC. So it doesn't hurt every time I lose an arm. Well, it loses an arm. Ooh, powered sensors. Wonder if you can get hero mechs with a when you put a mech together using the salvage pieces. And Colonel Westrick says, "Commander, it's great to see you again. I only wish we were meeting under better circumstances. You have my thanks for keeping us in good enough shape to see tomorrow. While I can't spare too much equipment, I do have a MechWarrior that's been disposed of their mech in the recent fighting. If you have a mech for them, they'll serve you well. I'll send them over to your dropship. Let's catch up over a drink in my tent. I'm curious to know why the hell you're even on this rock in the first place." Okay. Okay, another one I will treat as a temporary MechWarrior for this campaign. All right, what does Colonel Westrick have to say? That sure is some story you've got there, Commander. While I am glad to hear that Captain Damu was able to rally a number of survivors from the Fusiliers' ranks, you won't find much sympathy for their plight among my men after what Hearthstone pulled. You see, things went sideways for us the second we arrived in system. After they heard Maximilian Liao killed their beloved Duke, General Hearthstone ordered the 5th Certus Fusiliers to charge ahead of our invasion flotilla on a high G burn that jumped the gun on the agreed upon invasion schedule. They beat us to the planet's surface by 2 days, hoping to satisfy their lust for revenge. All they did was walk face first into a trap that doomed them all. I can still hear the screams they broadcast to us in vain hope that we would save them while we were still over a day away from reaching the planet. Yeah, they Leroy Jenkins'd themselves into the grave. The Screaming Eagles and I decided that, despite the incompetence of Hearthstone and the Fusiliers, we could not deviate from our contracted invasion plan. If we packed it up and left for home, we might have lived, but you would never be able to find MRB-backed work again. We came to the joint decision that we would drop in system and fight out McCarran's armored cavalry in a protracted guerrilla war and attempt to get a message off system requesting reinforcements from the armed forces of the Federated Suns. Little did we know that the Capellans had some kind of jamming field that disrupts long-range communications planet-wide. Those bastards kept their jammers off so we could listen to the Fusiliers plead for their lives on our approach in, only to flip the switch and jam our comms the second we hit atmosphere. We've been trying to figure out a way to get a message to the jump point ever since. Commander, we've spent months scouting out the facilities that the Capellans use to disrupt long-range comms on planet. But with our numbers, we've always determined that assaulting one was too high risk. With you here, we may just be able to pull it off. We know the Capellans are gunning for us, so if we pull the Big Mac's attention away from a number of their regional jamming arrays, we should be able to thin their defenses enough to where you can perform a targeted strike and bring those jammers down. It'll be just like Galahad. We'll draw them away, you see that the mission gets done. I'll be straight with you, Commander. This mission is critical to us being able to get a message out of the system. I don't know how much longer any of us can last down here, but you give us a month or so, we can plan for an assault on these jamming facilities. So take your time and prepare your forces, and be ready for anything. We may have a need to deploy in consecutive missions depending on how McCarran's reacts to their jammers being destroyed. So make sure you complete as many repairs and refits as possible before we execute this mission. Godspeed, my friend. We'll see you on the other side. Alright, we're getting close to endgame. This Kestrel Lancers campaign. Time to destroy the giant ECM jammers. And this is basically a roll of the dice. Ah, 50 days, that's a lot of time.
The Crater Cobras have provided us with the location of a series of powerful ECM arrays that have been disrupting long-range comms across the entire solar system. If we destroy enough arrays within the region, we should be able to pierce the localized disruption field and get a message out to the system's jump point. We need to destroy these ECM arrays in order to have any hope of getting a message off-world. If we don't succeed, well, we'll all most likely die here, Commander.
Oh, lovely. No pressure at all for the likes of us, eh?
I know it's hard to hear, but it's the simple truth. While we've had our successes, McCarran's armored cavalry still has 4 full regiments of troops on Soina. It's a simple numbers game. The reality is, we don't have enough forces to come out ahead. Even with the Crater Cobras and Screaming Eagles, we need reinforcements. And with the system's HPG down, the only way that we can ever hope of getting them is if we get a message back to Davion Command through a buried message by jump ship. Bringing down these ECM arrays is our only chance at doing that. I'm not exaggerating when I say that this time, all our lives are depending on this. So good luck, Commander.
Yeah, like you said, no pressure.
That was a transmission on the AFFC's command line. The first one since we've arrived at Soina. I can't make out anything in it, but destroying the other ECM towers might allow us to hear the broadcast. Keep it up, Commander.
Focusing the shared target.
Yeah, jammed.
So invincible.
Focusing fire on target.
Time to make my escape.
Mercenary lines. We'll be in position to encircle them in a matter of hours.
Damn it! Commander, the ECM disruption is weakening, but McCarran is encircling our forces while you're attacking the ECM installations. We don't have the numbers to fight through them. We need those towers destroyed so we can find a gap in their lines. We fought too long and too hard for this to be our end.
Target mech eliminated.
Beyond help. Confederated Sons. We've reached Sarna's effort.
The message is getting clearer, but we still can't make out any discernible information. We need to destroy those remaining ECM towers.
Commander, our tactical projections are not good. The only way we can break through McCarran's forces is if we abandon our wounded. That is not something I'm willing to do. We're preparing to make our last stand. Finish the mission, Commander, then get as far away from us as possible. Regroup with Captain Damu. Get a message back to Davian Command. Survive.
Colonel Westrake, I'm sorry we couldn't do more.
It's okay. It's the part of the job that all of us mercenaries must accept at some point. Today, it's just my time.
Which is why Miraborg is full of shit. You have a lot of guys like Westrick and how I roleplay my mercs. Not everyone's a money-grubbing asshole. Even the Dragoons, the Kellhounds, the Light Horse, Blue Star Irregulars. Those guys are all quite honorable. You can describe them as a honorable MechWarriors and honorable people in general. Oink.
Target acquired.
Enemy Mech killed.
Destroyed.
Okay. One last jamming location.
Target acquired.
Oh, Jimmy's at it.
What the hell are you guys doing?
Target destroyed.
Pathfinding of the AI can be really bad sometimes.
Battle mech is marked for destruction.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
This is Arden Sortek of the Davion Heavy Guards calling all surviving forces of the Federated Suns. We have reached Sarna's atmosphere and are available to reinforce on your position. Is anyone out there? Please respond. Again, this is Arden Sortek.
Colonel Sortek, this is Colonel Richard Westrick with the Crater Cobras. My God, is it good to hear your voice. The Crater Cobras and the Screaming Eagles are pinned down 50 clicks east of the city of Catatonia along the coast. We estimate that the Big Mac will have us completely surrounded in 3 hours. Transmitting exact coordinates now.
Coordinates received. We're preparing an orbital mech drop to reinforce your position. Hold fast, Colonel. Help is here.
This is Captain Alana Damu with the survivors of the 5th Certus Fusiliers. We don't have much left, but we are moving to assist. ETA 2 hours.
Looks like our salvation is here, Commander. I've marked a new exfil site on your map. Let's get out of here and join the others.
Just in the nick of time, like the wily fox has planned. Mostly planned. Nothing ever completely goes as planned, but I think this was within Hans's projections. A scenario like this, rather. Right, let's go and help Colonel Westrick. Okay, good. A significant amount of skill XP for everyone. Here we go. Like Colonel Westrick says, Commander, Captain Damu, we're about to engage in the fight of our lives. Capellans must know that if they can't wipe us out before the heavy guards touch down on Sarna, it's over for them. Only hope at maintaining control of the planet will be to utterly destroy our forces, so that when Colonel Sortek touches down, they'll have the numbers to fight him back. We've all gone through too much just to lose everything at the end. We need to muster whatever strength we have left and hold the line until Colonel Sortek relieves us. Gather your best mechs, equipment, and mech warriors and meet my Crater Cobras at the following coordinates. Typo again. Prepare to give the Big Mac everything you've got. We did not go through 6 months of hell just to die on the day that reinforcements arrive. Yeah, that would suck. The only thing left to do is hold the line. We do that and we will live to see tomorrow. Steiner, Scoutlands, go!
This is it, everyone! Colonel Sortek is on the verge of making planetfall and is en route to our position. McCarran's knows that if we successfully relink with the Davian Heavy Guards, they're done for. So, they're gonna throw everything they have at us trying to put us in the ground before Colonel Sortek's reinforcements arrive. We've spent the past 6 months in hell, cowering and sulking in the shadow of those bastards, trying to survive against unprecedented circumstances. No dropship support, no air support, no way of communicating with the jump point. Hell, we even made it by with no HPG, completely blind to the rest of the inner sphere. We made it through all of that. But today, finally, we can stand tall against these Capellan bastards. Today is a day of retribution. Today we are finally taking the fight to them.
Fusiliers, I'm not one for speeches as eloquent as our mercenary friends. We have been struggling to survive since the Grey River ran red with the blood of our fallen brothers and sisters. Just remember, they're still here. They're watching over us. And today, God willing, we will avenge their deaths. For New Certus! For House Hasek!
We have contacts. Dead ahead. All forces fire at will. Stay in cover and support one another. Don't let them spill one more ounce of Cobra's blood today.
Commander, Colonel Westrick is right about one thing. The McCarran's forces will be relentless. There's no telling when the Davion Heavy Guards will make it to the field. So we need to support one another if we're going to make it out of this alive. Tread carefully, Commander.
Quite a rousing speech by Colonel Westrick. That's I can see why he's the colonel of a big merc outfit.
Enemy contact. Shame it's a Meg.
Focusing on target.
New target indicated. Target acquired. Target
Coordinating fire on your target.
target acquired. Target destroyed.
6 months. McCarran and his cronies have taken 6 months and hundreds of our brothers and sisters' lives with them. Fusiliers, make them pay!
Target destroyed. acquired.
Copy. Dogpile on the target.
Indeed.
Shoot. I could have used parts of that last kill.
Where are the rest of them? Shit. Don't tell me someone's... There they are.
Sensors are reading inbound battle mechs.
I can't target that.
We're on it, Commander.
And they are down.
Acquired. Target destroyed.
Copy on shared target. Enemy mech down. Easy as ever.
Acquired.
Forces of the Federated Suns, my Davion heavy guards have just touched down. Our rushed mech drops scattered us across a wide area. We are reforming our lances and about to move on your position now. ETA 2 minutes. Hold out just a little longer. We're coordinating our attack.
Go get that XP, guys.
Hostile mech down.
There they are, reinforcements.
I don't have your target, Commander.
3 Centurions and a Cicada. More like Davion medium guards than heavy guards.
Target acquired.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Here comes their big guns.
Boom. Target mech destroyed.
Forces of the Federated Suns, the Davion heavy guards are here to assist. It's time to take the fight to McCarran's armored cavalry.
That's our cue, Commander. One last push and then it's over. Let's finish this.
Target. Target acquired.
Focusing on target.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
forces of the Federated Suns. We have cleared the field. Sarna is ours.
Commander, I just want to say thank you. If you hadn't come to help us all those months ago, I have no doubt in my mind that we would have died like the rest of our brothers and sisters in the 5th. We'll never forget what you did for us.
Likewise, Captain. Without you, we would never have been able to complete our mission for the Kestrel Lancers. Now let's all fall back in with the heavy guards and finally get some R&R. It's been one hell of a campaign.
Indeed it has. We've done it. Mission accomplished. 12 missions in this campaign. Very nice. This is the end of the campaign. Finally, some contact from Marshal Davion. Commander, I've just received your report from Arden Sortek. I cannot tell you how glad I am to hear that you made it through the Sarna campaign. When I heard of the armored cavalry ambush and the HPG being destroyed, I feared that I may have condemned you all to death. You had all of the Kestrel Lancers worried for you. While I am sorry that I cannot be there on Sarna to debrief you in person, there's still much for me to do here on Tigris. Please accept this canned message as your formal debriefing. By the time Comstar is able to deliver this message to you, our offensive, which the news feeds have taken to calling the Fourth Succession War, will be over. As I speak, Comstar is negotiating the end to all hostilities between the 5 great houses. Yeah, Fourth Succession War, I don't think it even lasted 3 years. When all is said and done, the Confederation will have to capitulate that it has lost over half of its former territory. Most of it to be claimed by House Davion through right of conquest, but some by 2 former Capellan commonalities declaring independence from the Confederation. The first to break away was the Tikhonov commonality. They were holding out hope that the Confederation would come to their aid, but after being cut off from a direct logistical route to Cyan, they eventually declared independence to spare their citizens from further Davion invasions. You won't believe who leads them. Our old friend Pavel Ridzik. After he managed to escape our forces and fled Tikhonov, Strategic Director Ridzik retreated to Elgin, where he took control of the region, declaring himself Supreme Lord of the Tikhonov Free Republic. His reign didn't last long, as an assassin killed him back in June. Yeah, that's what happens when you sleep with the boss's wife. The other breakaway faction is the St. Ives commonality. Former heir of the Confederation, Candice Liao, abandoned her father to declare her province independent from the Confederation. I can't imagine how Maximilian Liao is taking that one. And that one is largely to thank. We have largely one person to thank for that. Justin Allard. He gone and he just went and seduced the heir to the Confederation, and because of that she broke away from her father. Anyway, Comstar is negotiating to formally recognize these independent provinces as new nations once their leaders can charter the new laws of their provisional governments. Be sure to be on the lookout for those two once all the dust settles later this year. The next item we'll need to discuss is the destruction of Sarna's HPG. After the Fusiliers destroyed the HPG, Comstar was furious with the Federated Suns. Claiming us ultimately responsible for its destruction, they put the entirety of the Federated Suns under interdiction, cutting off interstellar communications and commerce between the hundreds of Federation worlds. Your report about the imposter Fusiliers captured by Captain Damu couldn't have come at a worse time. Had we known about this a month ago, we would have been able to mount a defense against Comstar's accusations. But First Prince Davion has already agreed to allow Comstar to station their own mech security forces at every HPG in the Federation to ensure that such a debacle never happens again. Debacle, whatever. It's much too late to defend our role in the Sarna HPG attack now. Even if we now know that we were not responsible for its destruction. The interdiction, along with the war effort, sent the Federated Suns economy into a tailspin. Had they maintained their interdiction, Comstar could have very much bankrupted the entire Federated Suns. Which brings me to the most uncomfortable part of this debrief. Commander, we can no longer financially support the remainder of our contract with your unit. I'm to inform you that we are invoking the cancellation clause and releasing you from the remaining 4 months of your contract. So the whole campaign took 1 year and 8 months instead of 2 years. Anyway, you will be compensated for this with your agreed upon MRB release bonus. I'm sorry our time together had to end like this, Commander. What are you, my ex-girlfriend? But it's completely out of my hands. That sounds like a divorce or a breakup or something. The Crucis Lancers won't be escaping these budget cutbacks either. While, for the time being, my command will still exist on paper, for the most part, most of the personnel of the 2nd Crucis Lancers has been consolidated into the 3rd Crucis under Marshal Pedrosa's command, and will continue to garrison Tigris. I currently exist to ensure that the Kestrel Lancers continue to be a paper tiger to our enemies, while the Federation's economy recovers from the war. But I won't let this deter me. I forged the Kestrel Lancers from nothing once. I can do it again. Although you won't be around to help me this time, Commander, I'll never forget the contributions you and your team made to the legend of the Kestrel. Your team made to keep the Sorry, let's start again. I'll never forget the contributions you and your team made to keep the legend of the Kestrel Lancers alive. We'll be back, and stronger than ever. You'll see. Goodbye, my friend, until we meet again. And that's it. Additional 3.2 million C-bills, ER large laser, Ultra AC5, LRM-20 with Artemis, LB-10X cluster, 10 double heat sinks, and some ammo. And the star map has not updated yet. And killed 5 fracts and claimed the reward, an additional 5.5 million C-bills.
Fill some body bags.
And like I said, I don't need more pilots, so... And I treated it like a temporary seconding from their mother units. Captain Serena here should go back to the Crater Cobras. That's her mother unit.
Glad to join the company.
While
let's kick some ass.
Lieutenant Miastos Tiabjorn
Deal.
was from the Fusiliers. I think they'll need him when in this time of their rebuilding, because they were basically from a whole regiment, they got reduced to barely more than a company, I think. So go and help your Fusilier brethren.
Ready to see what's out there, Commander. It's an honor to join your company.
This is Rebel.